The presentation for today is called My Quick Inventory Counts that save me thousands of dollars in inventory every single year, and how to set it up to practically run without you. And how many of you guys came here because you want to learn how to do that? Guys, if you want to learn how to do that, you gotta let me know in the Q&A box, please, so that I know. This is not, by the way, this is not a DVD, right? So I need you guys to be interactive. So please go to the Q&A box and let me know, so that I know we are in the right place, and we should be. All right. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. So good. All right. So it seems that we are all in the right place. You never know. All right. So just so you know, my goal here for the webinar today is, for this webinar, is not only to show you my quick inventory counts, but because that's cool for me, what I want to show you exactly is the step-by-step how we made this happen. There's a ton of fluff out there online about all those things, and the last thing I want is this webinar to be the same. And so I want this to be, at the end of this presentation, you guys be able to go and do the exact same thing in your business. Is that cool? All right. So now I want to let you know that if you stay until the end, I actually have something for you. At the end of the webinar, I will be able to see who's on there, and we will send you actually the spreadsheet that all our customers use to figure out all their math and inventory. So if you want to have access to this so that you don't have to do any of this, you just plug your numbers and get everything. So then stay until the end. We'll get all the email addresses of people who are on, and we'll get you this to your inbox. Now, you'll see more later on in the webinar what exactly the spreadsheet is, but it is absolutely amazing. So now, guys, you have two choices. You can do how you might usually do things and be in reactionary mode, or you can stay present, and you can play full out and turn off Facebook and phone and silence, and get a real chance to catch information that might actually change your business. So don't waste your time, be focused, and if you can't commit, there's no reason for you to be half listening. So multitasking has never been producing quality results. So please make sure to be present, turn off Facebook and put your phone on silence. And that will be a great start for this webinar. And I know that you can definitely get some amazing things out of it. So make sure to do that before we start. All right. So my name is Pierre-François. I already said that, but that's when, that's actually me, a photo of me. And that's when I was still confused about inventory. And today, you can find me as a host of Retailer Secrets. It's a podcast where we talk about practices to grow profitably your retail business. And I invite people on like Bob Phibbs, the retail doctor, or different experts in retail and business owners to show you exactly what they do and what they see working, what they see not working. Because what we've realized is there is a ton of stuff out there, but the shortcuts are here, but they are only in the hands of those who do the work. And so the job of the podcast is to get you in front of the people who do the work. It's a ton of fun, and really the goal is just to provide a ton of value. Now, I'm also the co-founder of SwiftCount, and SwiftCount is a software company that hundreds of stores today use to have profitable operations for under $100 a month. So now, from experience, I know that right now, there are two questions coming in your mind. And the first question is this. Today, you might be thinking, first of all, what kind of name is that? And second of all, what do you even know about retail and inventory? And both those questions are very good, but really, I'm about to share with you today is actually something that started with the intention to just fix a problem for ourselves. And a friend of mine, a multi-store owner who now operates more than 72 stores in the country. Obviously, he knows a thing or two about managing stores. And he definitely had he definitely has done a few things right along this journey to run his business and grow his business. But for more than a decade, he really worked hard to be a business owner and build a comfortable living and get to where he was. And like all of us here, he worked really, really hard to get to live life on his own terms. And at that point, he'd really done the hard part. Like, people were coming in the door, buying from his stores, and he worked really hard to build loyal customers, hire right, train his people, grow his sales. And I mean, everything that is needed to build a good and profitable business. And it's probably true for you too, right? So here was the problem though. Every time they made a sale, the sales associate would scan the product from the POS, and that would result in a change of inventory. Makes sense, right? Then the week would go by, and they would usually receive a shipment, and usually that was on Thursday morning, and the person in the store that day would receive it and add it to the POS system. And at the end of the week, my friend would look at the inventory summary from the POS and send a purchase order to the vendors for the things that they need to reorder for next week. So that makes sense, right? It's a process that we all go through. But the problem with this workflow is there is so much room for manual errors everywhere. And there's room at the sale level. Like literally, like people would scan products. If they could not find it in the POS, they would enter it as general items for the store. So they would not actually know that this item was sold. They would just know that one item as general item in the store was sold. So that was a big deal. And that's not even counting that some of you guys, you don't even, if you sell a cup of coffee and you tell your POS you sold a cup of coffee, like you won't actually know what it means for your inventory. So there's a ton of room for error here. There's a ton of room for error in when you receive your shipments, when you reorder, and also at the vendor level. So although he had a fancy POS, this summary right here, well, it was wrong. And it was wrong every day, and it was wrong every week and throughout the whole year. And because he was running his business based on inaccurate information from his POS, well, all year long, he was spending available cash on inventory they didn't need. He would end up with inventory sitting on the shelves or in the back room. He would randomly end up sold out on products he didn't see coming. He was constantly spending unnecessary time figuring out what to reorder, and he was messing up his bottom line big time at the end of every single year and month after month after month. And no matter how well his stores were selling, they were wasting the cash. Everybody just worked really hard every day, and he was eating directly the profit margin in his stores for no reason. And so, isn't that crazy? He had to run a business, but had zero visibility in the business. And that was costing his stores tens of thousands of dollars of net profit every single year, happening little by little every single day. And so, what he realized though was, if we added quick inventory counts right here, we were able to adjust inventory levels every week, no matter what manual errors happened anywhere in the cycle. And we were able to do it right before we reordered any products. Are you guys getting this? Is that making sense? Like, this little trick right here today has helped hundreds of stores free $20,000 cash, and they were literally wasted because of bad inventory management every single year. Like, can you imagine that? Do you think you would be able to increase your traffic if you were able to spend this kind of money on advertising every year? No doubt, right? Of course you would. Now, I'm not saying you guys will be making this much money the first time you implement quick counts, but they were not expecting it either. And but because they just integrated those quick counts, quick inventory counts every week in their workflow right here, they were able to have accurate inventory levels throughout the whole year. No guessing for 12 months. These were fixed every single week. Pretty cool, huh? So now to do this, we were doing it every month. And the way we're doing it was really hard. In fact, if you ever did an inventory count before, it's probably how you did it in the past too. There's no easy way to do it. And so this is the way we were doing it. Now, I'm going to walk you through the process, but one thing, make sure you don't get overwhelmed because this is not the way we do it anymore, okay? I'm going to show you afterwards. There's a simple and easy way, but this is the way everybody had to do it for decades. And so, first of all, at all time, you could only do it. At the time, we would only do it monthly because, I mean, you understand why. Like it's a nightmare. So every month we had to first we would close the store, we'd schedule the date, print a piece of paper to put on the door and let all our customer know. Then after that, you had to organize everything and print all the count sheets and assign them to the right people, figure out what products, where they were and who would count them. Then you would have to brief your staff. A lot of the time there was new staff, and so you have to train them and explain how to do everything. Then finally we would do the count, but we would have to do it manually. That is everybody's favorite part, of course. Took forever, and people want to go home. So people make mistakes, don't remember if they counted a product or another. Anyway, this is a popular nightmare throughout the whole world. And then the staff would be done and super happy to go home. And after any recounts necessary, you would have to gather all the count sheets and reconcile everything on Excel manually, right? And if you know spreadsheets a little bit, they are pretty much capable of launching rockets with crazy formulas, but all we use it for is putting numbers in a cell. And most of the time, any other try results in an error with hashtags everywhere, right? So after doing everything like this, you would finally reconcile. And at this point, usually the whole weekend went by and you got to update your new inventory levels to your other platforms manually, of course, by uploading new spreadsheets with the right columns, formats, and all of that to all those platforms manually, of course. So this is now all done. And usually at this point, you'll have a quick thought that goes like, oh my God, we have to do this again next month. And that's where it killed me. And now, like I said, this is how people have been doing it for the last 10 years. And it's hard. It takes a lot of time and it's expensive. But it's no wonder that people just give up on inventory management altogether, right? And because if every time you have to go through all those stuff, it's not very easy. But before you start jumping off the webinar thinking, there's no way I do this, and I want you to know that there is an easy way. And in fact, on this presentation with you, I'm going to do an inventory count live in just under 10 minutes. So it won't take the whole day to do this. You guys, you can just start doing it weekly within minutes. Isn't that awesome? Are you guys excited to see this? So this is how we felt when we had to do inventory counts before. And I'm sure you feel my pain. This was terrible, manual inventory counts. But do you guys want the easy way that does not require hours of counting what you have and having to ever personally be there? You guys would like to do that? Can you guys imagine like that? Like knowing exactly what's where at any time without having to personally be doing the work or even be there. Wouldn't that be awesome? What would you guys do? with your life? Like, I mean, what would you do different? Would that allow you to trust your employees run the store because now you know what's going on? Like, how much more sales would you be able to do by spending the new cash you were wasting on inventory and now investing it in marketing or new product assortments or store design? What would that do for your business? Like, in a month from now, when you're going to be doing that, what is it going to be like? What is your spouse going to say? Seeing you more at home and feeling excited about working on new projects? Pretty exciting, right? Well, this is what this presentation and this company is all about, and I'm going to show you exactly how we do that. You guys ready? All right, so let me show you the 3 secrets to implementing a profitable evergreen inventory system in your company, in your stores, using quick counts for your own stores. Secret number 1, I'm going to show you how to count your inventory without struggling with consistency. Secret number 2, I'm going to show you how to pull it off without you personally having to be involved or needing a tech-savvy team, okay? I know this is huge. And secret number 3, I'm going to show you how to leverage your inventory counts. Once you have done those inventory counts, how can you 10x your business from there? You guys ready? All right, so step number 1, how to count your inventory without struggling with consistency. Now, to understand these concepts, I want to show you a quote by a guy you might know about. His name is Albert Einstein. And what he said was, not everything that counts can be counted. And not everything that can be counted counts. Makes sense, right? Now, I remember one day I was sitting with a friend of mine. We're driving down to a meeting together, and he runs multiple restaurants. And so, because I'm a nerd, I was really curious to see how they deal with inventory in restaurants. Like, restaurants and retail stores are, they're pretty much the same, but restaurants are just a lot worse. Like, their products are all fresh, and when they sell a meal, it doesn't tell them how much inventory it's used, right? So we were chatting about it, and he started telling me how in each of his restaurants, they actually count their products every single day. Every single day. But he said, every day we don't count every single product. Are you guys seeing where I'm going? Like, they were counting their products every single day, but they were not counting every single products every day. And he said, we only count the products that count for the highest volume and the highest value. And I remember sitting there and listening, so interested, and I asked him, like, how so? And he said, we don't need to count all our products all the time. It would be impossible. And it would be a massive waste of time. But those 20% of products that represent 80% of our business, that's what matters. Isn't that so interesting? Now, the exact same thing is true in your stores, okay? And if you want to get results, you just have to focus on the high volume, high value in your store on a regular basis. That's it. That's it, you guys. That's as complicated as inventory management gets. You don't need to do massive full inventory counts in your stores. Like, you can focus on the 80% of results by doing 20% of the effort. That's how it works. And so now for you guys to get this concept, you have to understand this. In your store, you have different products, and some are more expensive than others, right? And some you sell more often than others. And that's it. So for me, if I want to be successful, the first thing I have to know is I've got to find out my high value products. What are they? And what are my high volume products? Because I need to understand my store and what my 20% is. That's the first step, guys. And so find your high volume, high values. And usually you'll have all the list of your products in your POS, but at the time we were figuring out how to solve our inventory problem. We had two solutions. We could either continue counting every month, waste our time and hate our lives, right? Or we could do like a whole industry has been doing forever, count the products that matter the most weekly. And so we made a list of all our products in Excel, and in the next column we put all our sales numbers, and on the next one the cost for each product we had. Once we did that, we just multiplied the two columns and together and picked basically the products that had the highest score to be part of our weekly quick count. And that was it. You guys still good? All right. Guys, if you have questions, let me know in the question box. If you have any comments, it's pretty cool, right? What do you guys think? All right, awesome. Cool. Yeah, right? It's crazy. Now, like I said, if you stay until the end, I'm actually going to give you that spreadsheet with all the counts that you'll need to actually find your 20%. But it's super simple, and so actually, if you want to stay this spreadsheet with a bunch of other cool stuff, like I said at the beginning of the webinar, I'm going to give you access to it for what happens is Zoom will tell us who stays until the end, and we'll export all the emails and send you an email either tonight or tomorrow with the link to that spreadsheet, so that you'll just have to click on it, click on the link, and download the spreadsheet, plug in your products, your numbers, and you don't have to do anything about formulas and stuff, right? No hashtags for you on the spreadsheets in every sales. Like, it always happens like that. All right, so that was step number 2. Now, lastly, what we did was we scheduled the counts to happen every Wednesday at closing time. And we were placing orders on Thursdays. So whoever was in the store on Wednesdays would had to perform the quick counts. And now the cool thing about this is if for any reason we wouldn't finish our counts at closing time on Wednesdays, we would finish it at opening time on Thursday. Easy peasy, right? Guys, the key here is really to experiment and find what works for you. But when we did that, we were able to know what we had in stock throughout the whole year. No guessing for 12 months. No guessing. That's how you manage inventory. By counting regularly. And it certainly shouldn't be hard or complicated. You shouldn't have to count every single product all the time. That is nonsense. Now, I don't know about you guys, but we could have continued the old way and just deal with our business, like sucking out the profits we were making and spending money on inventory we didn't need, and just continue operating the business blindly. But the reality is, it took us less than 60 minutes a week. Isn't that crazy? Like, all this time, we were spending less than 60 minutes a week. We were less than 60 minutes a week away from eliminating all our inventory headaches. That's all it took. That's all it took. Isn't that awesome? How are you guys liking this? Now, number 4 in this process is where we get to deal with the rest of the products. Now, you absolutely don't need to have this figured out to start out, but in fact, we always recommend that you don't, okay? But essentially, at one point, you will want to figure the rest of your products' quantities out on a regular basis as well, but not as frequently, of course, right? Like, what we did was we grouped the rest of our products in small batches, and every month we would count one of them and one batch until we cycled through all the batches and we could start again. Throughout the year, we would maybe go through like 6-8 cycles, and that way we're able to keep the whole inventory updated throughout the year. But again, don't start with that. This is after you've already implemented your quick counts and You know, quick counts are the key, okay? All right, so you guys getting how this whole process work? Let me know in the chat box. You guys getting this? Does it make sense? Like this is all it takes. So cool. Yes. Okay. Question box. All right. Awesome. So people always ask me afterwards, though, that's amazing, but for me it's different, and my store this and my store that, and I sell blah blah blah. And so I wanted to stress that this is not just true for one type of store or shop or restaurant. This works no matter what it is that you sell. I promise you, whatever products you're selling or using today in your business, you have high volume products and you have high value products. This, what I'm showing you guys, this works for coffee shops, for clothing stores, shoe stores, homeware stores, beauty salons, barbershops, outdoors and sporting goods, quick service retail, health and supplement stores, bike shops, electronic stores, vape stores, toys and hobby stores, jewelry, watch stores, pet stores. Like, it works if you're just starting out or if you are a veteran of retail and sell thousands of products every day. Okay? This is how the game is played in inventory. So guys, to recap, all you've got to do is, number one, list all your products with their sales numbers and cost per unit. Number two, pick the high value products that represent your 20%. Number three, you schedule and count. Does that make sense, you guys? Could everybody do that? Could you all get a list of products? Could you all figure out your 20%? Could you all schedule it in your calendar and make it a recurring count? If so, that's how easy it is. So that's secret number one, you guys. So now you know everything you need to know and what you need to do to get accurate inventory levels all year long. And never give up again. Like, this is the biggest part. How many times did you guys try to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna be better now with inventory. We're gonna finally start tracking. Hey, how many of you guys thought, no, we're soon changing our POS system, and as soon as we change our POS system, we will be better at tracking inventory? Okay? This is BS, guys. Like, you will not until you have an actual process that is easy to follow and that you can't fall off. And this is the only way you can do it. You just have to do quick counts. That's all you need to actually have full visibility in your business all year long. 12 months of no guessing. So that's secret number one, right? Now, you've gone through this whole process. You found which products are your 20%, right? You know you have to count those products weekly and you're counting them weekly. Now, I'm going to show you how to pull off the counts without you personally having to be involved or needing a tech-savvy team. You guys excited? This is huge, guys. And so now at this point, again, you know the products you are counting each week. You have a few products that you are counting each week because they result in 80% of your business. Now, you have at this point, if you followed secret number one, you have this list. And prior to what I'm going to show you right now, to perform those counts, like I said, we had to, do heavy presentation and organize count sheets and map the stores and count everything manually. And then we'd have to reconcile all the results, put it all in one place. And so we can look at it and then see everything is good. And we'd have to update all the other platforms. We need to have the right inventory levels in, right? And so it took us hours of work and massive headaches every single time. Plus our employees hating us more and more, right? Like, don't your employees hate you when you make them do like inventory counts all the time? Like, they don't care. They hate it. But as you can see, this title of the webinar is Inventory Hacks. So how can we get the shortcuts, the easy way to make it happen in really, really powerful and quick manner. And that's what I'm about to show you. So like I told you at the beginning of this webinar, for us, we did that by creating a really cool product that this is definitely the opposite of how we used to do. And it's with a product that we call SwiftCount. Now, most of you guys probably know what SwiftCount is. In fact, when you registered for this webinar, I told you to get a free trial. So hopefully you did, and you've had a chance to play with it. If you haven't got a chance, then first off, we've built SwiftCount because we needed a way to speed up this process. And we wanted to count really, really quickly and have everything in one place, accessible from anywhere. So, you know, we wanted to be able to actually make inventory management possible, like really possible. And so that's why we built SwiftCount. Now, what I'm gonna do for you guys right now is I wanted to show you how we use SwiftCount to set up and take a count really, really simply. You guys want to see me take an inventory count on SwiftCount? You gotta let me know in the Q&A box, guys. Open the Q&A box and let me know if you want me to show you how we do a count super fast and super easy on SwiftCount. All right. Yeses, yeses. Yes, yes, awesome. All right, you guys. So let me share my screen right now. You should start and be able to see. All right, can you guys see my screen? So that's SwiftCount. And that's where you get when you first get in. Do you guys see it? No. All right, my screen. All right, I don't know why it's freezing. It's freezing on my screen. All right. All right. All right. This is SwiftCount, guys, and this is where you get when you first get on. Dang it! I can't seem to be able to do it. All right. So I'll just show you right here. Okay. Now, oh, that's because it is super slow with the sharing, screen sharing. All right, so anyway, here is all your products, and you have the on-hand available and units of measures. So the cool thing is all your products are here, and what you can do is you can have different units of measures. So if you are actually counting in cases, you will see how many inches this is, right? So that's pretty cool. Now, so all your products are there. And for example, if we go check out a product, you can see all the information right here on the screen. And you have the possibility to add tags and those kind of things. But basically, you have here all units of measures, all the movements. So you can see here there were in and outs from SwiftCount. And you can assign suppliers. So you can create new suppliers. You can assign suppliers to your products and delete some, right? So that's how your products look like in SwiftCount. Now, you will have different locations. You might want to have like back storage and front shelf and all those kind of stuff. And so this shows you your products, your on-hand quantities, and all of this. Now, if we actually go and set up a count, all right, click on counts, and this is how it works. So the first thing we do is you can see here there's already a count, it's not finished. So what we want to do is we want to create a new count. And we're going to call it, backroom 3. Backroom 3. And so that's for today. So 0606. And you want to select your warehouse. Now, your warehouse is actually your store. So you might have multiple stores, right? So you want to say this is for that store, and you're going to select the different users that you want on for the account. So right now I'm going to say, all right, it's just me, or actually I should probably put everybody. All right. So you select all of them. You have 3 users doing the account, and you want to include items by locations, right? So this is how we do. We would say, all right, so right now we're going to count our back storage items. We have 25 of them, and we want this to happen every week, right? Would say never ends. It will always happen every week, and we can start counting. Now, the beauty is, this is the count. It's going to create it. And the beauty is everybody of your counters, every users have access to their app, the SwiftCount app, and they're able to count from the app. So that's the thing. This is the management portal. It's on the cloud. Now, every counters, like that's my phone, you will see like I have one count that is assigned to me. So I can click on there, choose the count, and start counting. It means you don't even have to be there. You guys get this? Like you can schedule counts, and your employees get in the store, and they can start counting. And you can manage and control everything from the portal. So I will start and tap the barcode icon. I'll make sure to hit the little arrows so that it always comes back to the scanner mode. That's my beautiful iPad. And for example, here I have some barcodes. So I would scan one, and I would say, all right, I have 6 of them, 7, and then I'll validate. That's it. I'll scan another one. I know how many of these I have. I'll just do 25 minus 2 is 23. All right. So I can just use those little buttons to count super easily and super fast. And that's basically how it works. And so you can see right here, for example, you can change the units of measures. So if you have products, for example, that you count in cases, well, you select case and you say, I have 3 cases. And it's going to tell you in the backend, it's going to know 3 cases equals 24 each is, right? So that's how you do. You scan everything, and you get everything you need from here. So that's how fast it is and how simple it is to count from SwiftCount. And by using that, we're able to do a lot of counts every week and super fast. Now, the beauty is once you've counted, you can see, I'll show you the platform. All right, so here is the platform. We're back there, and you can see like their 20% of the count is completed, right? And if you want to know more in the count, then you can see this, right? 20%. You can see here I have different, here are all my results, right? You can see that I had 23. You can see my users, and you can see Pierre counted 20%. And Martin didn't count, right? Because Martin is lazy, I guess. And so this is how we do it. You can see here we had 150 on hand. We counted 5. You know what I mean? Like you can see your discrepancy in red over there, and everything that you need is actually just there. And that's really it. Now, if you have a few products that you know are very, very crazy, you want to schedule a recount, and so we're going to choose Martin to do it, and you schedule the recount. Now, Martin on his phone is going to get a notification, says, hey, you have to recount those products. He's going to open his phone and start counting. He's creating the count, and he's going to let us know that Martin received it. You can see right here, right? And so that's it. Now, you have a bunch of reports after every single count. You have discrepancy reports, you have the non-scanned item reports, and you have the count stock status. So every time a count happens, you'll actually know, and you can see everything you need. What was counted, the cost, the total cost of what was counted, and total value. But you can also see the non-scanned items so that you know if they're missing some counts, and what are the things they still need to count. Now there's discrepancy, and so this one you'll use to literally see the difference between what was on hand and what was counted, and the discrepancy in value and the location it was in. So you have literally everything you need to actually know how it works. So now you're just going to process the count so that it adjusts and reconcile everything. So you can say like, I want to set all the non-scanned items to 0, or you want to say, I want to ignore the non-scanned item because I just didn't count them because I didn't want to count them. So it's going to do that. And once it's processed, it's going to literally, so here you can actually see, you can have the Excel format or export to PDF. But the beauty is once you process the count, you will literally have all your POS system, accounting packages, online stores, anything like this will be adjusted. So like this is how powerful this is. Who here thinks SwiftCount is awesome? If you think SwiftCount is awesome, you guys need to let me know. This has saved us so much time. And all right, yes, awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, because I don't know about you guys, but for decades we've had to give up on managing inventory properly because the whole process was so cumbersome. And every day we had to run our businesses with zero visibility in our inventory. Like, how are we supposed to do? Where now we can get, we get to count our products super quick and get all the work already done for us. And all we got to do is log in and watch, and that's it. Like, it's literally what we do. Now, we don't even need to update our POS system or accounting packages, and that's like the smoothest and easiest process in the world. Isn't that exciting? All right. Now, so I always tell people there's a ton of things and tools that you can use to run your stores. But if you really want to make it work, you really need those two things. Without these tools, you can't be successful running your retail business. I don't care who you are. Like, it's not possible. Okay, so the first tool is you have to have a point of sale system or a cash register for you old school people and dinosaurs on here, right? You guys agree? Without POS system, you can't be successful in retail. It's physically impossible. You can't. And the second tool is you have to be successful is SwiftCount. Because I tell you guys, if you don't count your products and you just count your money, you will not have money. Now, some of you might think, well, of course you say that it's your product, you're trying to sell it, but the reality is this is a tool that we created for ourselves first and that we use every single day because it allows us to run successful stores. And so even if we never sell any copy of SwiftCount, it's saving us tens of thousands of dollars every single year. I'm just super grateful to be part of the team who shares and bring this tool to you. But this is a fun drawing that our SwiftCount designer made just for fun because he's cool. And on the right over there, it's Mauricio. He's the wizard behind the whole software, and he mapped all the features, everything we need to, and developed with these guys the software from scratch. They're amazing, and literally right now we have hundreds of stores using the software every day, and some really big, some really small, and the servers, everything is rock solid. Like, these guys have been building softwares for governments, massive warehouse management businesses. Like, this platform is so strong, it's pretty impressive. All right, so that's secret number 2, you guys. Did you guys fire up? Did this fire you up? Like, I hope you're seeing the value in this. Like, it's absolutely amazing. So I hope you guys get it. All right, so secret number 3 is how to leverage your inventory counts to 10x your business. And, you know, this is where people always ask me, like, okay, I get it, Pierre. Like, I have my 20%. I count my products weekly, super fast, and it's easy. But what now? Like, I don't know what to do with all the data I get from the counts, right? So that's secret number 3. You don't have to do all those complicated ratios. There is actually just 2 or 3 that really, really matters. And who wants to know what they are? These are the only ratios we use to actually make an impact on the decisions we take with inventory. And that's it. And they're super simple, guys. Like, it's ridiculous. Are you guys want to see this? All right. So awesome. You guys are in? All right, cool. So this is the process. You're counting weekly your most important products, and you have accurate inventory levels. Now, for us, what was important was we thought if we could figure out these 3 things, only these 3 things, then we would be able to 10x our business almost instantly. So the first thing we wanted absolutely nailed down was figuring out when we needed to reorder and what quantities. The second thing we wanted to figure out was which products we needed to stock up and which we needed to discontinue. That's the second thing, right? And 3, we wanted to have better promotions and offers in our stores. And I'm going to show you exactly how we do this. And the best part, guys, you already did the work. You've already done the work. You're counting weekly, and you have all the data you need in SwiftCount and your POS and all of this. Like, you are doing the work. Now that you are counting frequently, you have everything you need. Now, this is just a matter of plugging in the data in the right spots. That's it. You have everything. So now that we had accurate counts, we wanted to figure out for each product, what's my ideal reorder points. And this is done simply by working out how long we wanted to keep inventory for, how much do we usually sell in that period of time, and then how long it takes to receive new orders. Like, you just have to follow a simple reorder point formula. That's it. It's super simple. And now that you know what you have left in your store at the end of the week accurately, right? When you reorder at the reorder point, like, you will always have the right quantities in stock. Super simple, right? This is only true if you have accurate inventory levels, if you count your products. If you don't, then you always end up with too much or not enough. That's the key. So that's the first thing, okay? Now, the second thing is, for every dollar invested in inventory, how many dollars did I get back? So for each product, we could say the store earns $1.92 for every dollar in inventory. Now that we knew this, we were able to make better business decisions on what products we would rather sell and what products we needed to get rid of. So simple, right? And that's a very simple formula called the gross margin return on investment. And this is super powerful, and the way you do this is so simple. So that's the second thing. Now, the third thing we needed to know and keep an eye on was this. We wanted to be able to know which of our items were the slow movers. Know how fast we were selling our products. And this usually showed in percentage, and the lower the percentage, the slower it sells, right? So now the cool thing about this is we were able to decide on promotions for all the products that were moving slow, right? Because now you're able to see, okay, this item is moving too slow. I need to get rid of it. We're going to put promotions on it, right? If one is moving fast, it's awesome. It means it's good demand, and you're going through it fast, right? So those 3 only is really what you need. And now, if you count your products and have accurate inventory levels and use it to do only these 3 things, there's a ton more you can do when you have accurate inventory. But if you just do these 3 things, you're ordering the right quantities at the right time. you're selling more of the products your store is making money of, and discontinuing the products your store is not making money of, and you're putting on sale the products that are moving slowly in your store. So you're getting rid of them and attracting people in your store at the same time. So if you only do those three things, do you think your business is going to improve this bottom line? Of course, right? If you were able to do this, would you feel like you could control your business better? If you saw those things every day, every week, would you be able to make better decisions? Now, if the only thing this did for you was let you run a more organized and planned business instead of reactionary business, like what would that do for you? What do you feel you could take on now? New projects, more time at home? Like I tell you what, our SwiftCount business owners who have the most stores spend the least amount of time working in them. And they couldn't be able to do that if they didn't count their products and have the visibility they need over their inventory. Like, you guys getting this? All right, so to kind of recap what we talked about here. First, I showed you secret number one, how to count your inventory without struggling with consistency. Secret number two is after I showed you how, you only need to count 20% of your products, and those products count for 80% of your results. I showed you how to pull it off in no time without you personally having to be involved or needing a tech savvy team, right? We all know how it is. You need to train your people. They're not tech savvy. You don't know how it works. This is so simple, you guys. The secret number three, I showed you how to leverage your inventory counts to 10x your business. Pretty cool, huh? You guys excited? All right, now let me ask you a question. Do you guys, like we've been going on for, I don't know, we've been going on for almost an hour now. Wow. Okay, so we've been going on for almost an hour so far, and I'm curious, how many of you feel a little bit like this? Yeah? You guys feel like this a bit? And so because of that, we've been on there for an hour, but when it comes to implementing, there's so much more we can do. But so what we did is we put together a special package for you guys. And do you guys mind if I share with you what's inside of the Inventory Hacks special offer? Okay, you guys need to let me know in the Q&A box, okay? Do you want to see what's inside of the Inventory Hacks special offer? Let me know Q&A box. If you don't want to see it, that's fine. But if you want, just let me know. Yes. All right. Bring it. Bring it. All right. Awesome. Guys, so yes. All right. Cool. So what we did was we put together a special package we called Inventory Hacks. And the goal of Inventory Hacks is it's basically everything you need to nail your inventory management down once and for all. And we know how cumbersome inventory management can be. So we put together Inventory Hacks to speed up that whole process. And so the first thing you're going to get when you invest in Inventory Hacks is you're going to get a free 1-year SwiftCount account for free, right? Free 1-year access. This account is called the Marketplace account, and it's the highest level you can have in SwiftCount right now. And when you decide to invest in SwiftCount, in Inventory Hacks today, you're going to get 1-year SwiftCount account for free. And so the first thing, this is for the next 12 months. And how many of you guys want SwiftCount? Do you guys want SwiftCount for free? If you want it for free, you've got to let me know in the question box in here. All right, you guys, awesome. Yeah, you guys love SwiftCount. All right, awesome. Okay, so if you invest in Inventory Hacks today, you'll have access to SwiftCount for the next 12 months. And now, what do SwiftCount members get? You get 5 members, 5 users are included. You get 5,000 products, 1 integration of your choice. You want to integrate POS system or an accounting package. You get access to our accounting app that you saw on the demo. You'll have the management cloud platform, movements and transfer tracking, and we'll actually put in also the purchase order and receiving module so that every time you receive a shipment, you can actually control what you get and receive them through the app. And it goes in your PO system and your accounting package, just like this. And you also have access to history and analytics modules and a ton more. And what you'll be able to do is you're able to count your products, manage products in different units of measures, cases, boxes, units, know exactly where your products are. You'll have unlimited locations. Okay? Is it on shelf 1, shelf B, back room, right? You'll be able to manage your vendors, update all your products. You'll be able to manage vendors, control your orders when you receive them, manage user access. You'll be able to get inventory level alerts and a ton more. And now you might be thinking, well, that's cool, Pierre, but what happens after 1 year? Well, at the end of the year, your free full year access, you'll get an email that will let you know, and you'll be able to choose from there whichever plan that best fit for you, right? The $99 one, the $199 one, okay? But I don't want you to make that decision right now, because we want to give you everything you need in 12 months. And so because 12 months from now, you can make up your mind, like on what level you need at that point. Sound fair? Okay. So the first thing you're going to get is today, if you invest in Inventory Hacks, is you're going to get 1 year SwiftCount account for free of SwiftCount for a total value of $3,384. But that's not it. The software is amazing, but I want you guys to be able to use it the best you can for your store. So the next thing you're going to get is when you invest today, is you're going to get our Inventory Hacks Masterclass. So now the Masterclass is not created yet, and so you will have the chance to actually make it with us, which means you and your store can literally be the case scenario for it. You will be able to have all your questions answered, and because you'll have early access to the Masterclass, you'll get more access to us and make sure we can get your business absolutely nail its inventory management with SwiftCount. Isn't that cool? So that's number 2. Now, you might think, okay, there's no way I get on these classes. You might not have the time for that, and I totally get it. That's totally fine. And you can get whoever would make the most sense for you to be on that class, like your manager, your employees, anybody you want to make responsible for inventory. That's your call. In fact, every time new store starts working with us, we usually get to know more than just the owner of the company. We get to work with employees, managers, and that's totally cool. So that's totally up to you. So what you're gonna get so far is, first, you're gonna get 1 year marketplace account to SwiftCount, and you also get our Inventory Hacks Masterclass, where we go through how to count your products, how to organize, pick the products, and do all of that. And that's for a total value of $5,681. But what else do you need to be successful? So you've got the count and inventory software. So you count your products and inventory with the software. You've got the inventory training, so you know exactly what best strategies are best for your business. And what else would you need to be successful? What about training your employees, right? Isn't that the worst? So I shared with you on the webinar a little bit about SwiftCount, and you saw how easy it is, but I want to make sure that your employees are good from day one. So what your team is going to have access to is, we are doing live training and Q&As where we go through using the accounting app, using the portal, and everything that your employees need to be successful with the platform successfully. Isn't that cool? There's no limit to the number of people you want on the training. They can jump in every week if they want to. And we know how it is to run a store, and as hectic as it can be, training your own people on the new tools, you get is the worst. So here's the deal. We train your people and you get the results. Sound fair? All right. So right now, you're going to get access to 1 year access to SwiftCount. You're going to get our Inventory Hacks Masterclass, our live employee training and Q&As. for a total value of $7,678, okay? But what else would you need to be successful, right? Think about it. You've got the account and inventory software. You've got the training. You've got the employee training that is taken care of. What else do you need to be successful? What about your business ratios? What about all the ratios you need to evaluate and leverage the data in your business? What we've done is, because there's so much BS out there, so much fluff out there online about everything that you could be looking at in your business, we created this really, really cool program we called Inventory Ratio Secrets. And what it is literally cheat sheets and videos walking you through all the ratios that are relevant to evaluating and measuring your success and making decisions in your business. So how to use them and why you would need to use them. And so this, like the masterclass, you will have the chance to participate firsthand in its creation by investing in Inventory Hacks today. And here is, we will include the spreadsheets with all the formula already included. So anytime you want the data, just plug in your numbers in the spreadsheet and you'll have everything you need. Like, you don't need to actually go through the hustle of it. And so that's what is Inventory Ratio Secrets. Is that awesome, you guys? So to recap, what you're going to get when you choose to invest in Inventory Hacks today, you're going to get 1-year access to SwiftCount. You're going to get our Inventory Hacks Masterclass, our live employee trainings with Q&As, our Inventory Ratio Secrets program, all for the value of $8,675, okay? Now, obviously, you guys know that I'm not going to charge you $8,000 for all this stuff. But I want to ask you a question. If I did charge you $8,000 and all this system did was finally get your inventory management nailed down for good, where you have optimized inventory levels, you know how to grow your business from the data, and all these, where do you, like, you don't even need to do it yourself. And that will be an asset to your business forever. Would it be worth it? Yeah, it would totally be worth it. Now, if all this did was give you the kick in the nuts to get your store operations super organized and disciplined and get more out of each of your employees every day because of it, would it be worth it? Would you pay $8,675 to get tight operation running with trained employees every day? Yeah. Now, if all this did was give you the ability to spend more time and budget on marketing, product assortment, store redesign, or maybe just give you the time and money to look at opening new locations, start new projects, would it be worth $8,675? Of course, right? Now, I had two choices when it came to this special offer and for you guys. And so the first option is go cheap and try to sell as many as possible, but that didn't allow me to stack on the value and support we can offer you guys. And the second option was it requires a little higher investment, but allows us to really serve you at the highest level and standard. And so I want to ask you a question. What's a working inventory system worth to you? One working evergreen inventory system running in your store. How much would you pay to get the perfect inventory tools and processes in place in your business once and for all? One perfect inventory system. How much is that worth to you? Right? Now, you can see why it's a good deal at $2,000. And we'll be opening this offer to the general public at $997. But because you're here with me on this webinar, it's our first webinar today. And because I want to give you a chance to come in early on this offer and get a chance to build up with us the masterclass and the ratio program, I want to make you a very early bird access offer. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you in today for one single payment of $597 today. Now, put it in this perspective for you. If you go to swiftcount.com right now, if you go to our website right now, you would be paying $99 a month for our marketplace account, $1,200 for the year. You get it for free when you invest today in Inventory Hacks. You guys get this? So you're literally saving $1,200 just by getting started. And the only thing you need to do is go to inventoryhacks.com/go. Now, you have two choices. And the first option is do nothing and not take a chance to make a better business, which is 100% risk-free. And the second option you have is pony up this small investment today, which we have people right now paying double what the investment in Inventory Hack is just for SwiftCount alone, right? Just for SwiftCount alone. Is that crazy? So, by the way, we have a 30-day guarantee because there's literally no reason for us to keep you hostage if you're not happy with us. Like, so if you sign up today and for any reason something is not right and you decide to give up on it, just let me know and I'll give you 100% of your money back. But you don't need to make that decision right now. 100% of the people who have done business for more than a month with us do business with us again. So this is a no-brainer for us. We know how this can literally change your business. And what you need to do right now is decide to get started. Commit to making your inventory management a priority once and for all. So you don't have to struggle all 12 months of the year. Like, are you not tired of that? You don't have to make a decision right now to continue or not. You can make that decision in 30 days from now. That's fine. The only decision you've got to make right now is to get started. And the real question is this. Is it worth a try? Is it worth a try to solve your inventory and have it work in a manner that doesn't even need you? Every day, know what you really have in stock. Make it easy for your employees to count your products. Make it easy for you to know where to reorder. Like this is the real deal. And so just to recap here, what you're gonna get when you invest today in Inventory Hacks. First, you're gonna get 1 year access to SwiftCount, which I showed you guys is $99 if you get it through the website right now. 2, you're gonna get access to our Inventory Hacks Masterclass. Then you'll get our live employee training with Q&As and unlimited employees you can have on there anytime you want. And you'll have access to our Inventory Ratio Secrets program, all for a value of $8,675. And if you sign up today, and for the first 50 of you guys who take this offer, so only a little amount of you guys, so you got to act fast, but I'm going to tell you what it is, but get prepared to go to inventoryhacks.com/go. So for the very first 50 of you guys who decide to invest in Inventory Hacks today, because we like people who take action, I'm going to do something that you can't actually get anywhere. It's not available on SwiftCount website and or in any offer that we have. But right now, for the first 50 people who decide to get Inventory Hacks right now, for all of you guys, we are going to bump your SwiftCount account to unlimited, which means you're not going to get 5,000 products limit in your account. You can have unlimited products. You're not going to have 5 users included, but unlimited users. Like every single user after 5 is actually $10 a month. If you go to SwiftCount website right now, you're going to have unlimited users and you'll get priority support from our support and tech team just because you are one of those who take action. And we like that. So we want to help you. We know you are committing and we appreciate it. So we want to show it to you. And so the best part is after the 1 year is over, keep the account. Keep the account unlimited. After 1 year, you get to decide which plan you want to get if you want to continue with us. But if you decide to, you'll keep your account unlimited. And this is not something you can have anywhere, but I'm giving it to you right now for the first 50 people because if you know you want this, you know you need this, now is the time, you guys. open up another browser windows and go to inventoryhacks.com/go and get your account now. Now, when you do this, we'll actually send you an email either tonight or tomorrow with your link to create your SwiftCount account and everything else that you need to access. Right on the confirmation page, you actually have everything, all the information you need. So one last recap, guys. When you invest today in Inventory Hacks, you're going to have access to SwiftCount for 1 year, highest level. You're going to get our Inventory Hacks Masterclass. You'll have access to our live employee trainings with Q&As. You'll have access to our Inventory Ratio Secrets program. And for the first 50 of you, we'll bump your account to unlimited. All for a value of $8,675. You can have it all for only $597 today. All you get to do is go to inventoryhacks.com/go. All right. So I'm going to be here a little more to answer any questions there might be. But one thing I want to mention, if you get stuck at any point, any sort of issue at all, just email our support at coach@swiftcount.com. Again, coach@swiftcount.com if any issue. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to hang out here a bit. In case there are any big Q&As, and come to the question box. I'll answer them. But again, you guys, I don't want you to miss on these first 50 bonus. So because when that's gone, you guys lose on the entire unlimited bonus. So even if you have questions, that's fine. Now is the time to get it. I'll answer your questions, but right now go to inventoryhacks.com/go and secure your account. Okay? I'm going to let you guys start today, and you just have to go to inventoryhacks.com/go. That's it, you guys. That's all you guys need to do. All right. If any issues, just go to email us at coach@swiftcount.com, and I'm going to take Q&As right now. If you guys have any questions,